Yep, I am ready. Oh, okay.
Welcome back to another episode with Keaton and Taylor at the Keaton Taylor Show. How we doing today, Keaton?
Doing well. How are you doing, Taylor?
Good. So it's a little late in the day, but we knew we
It's okay.
had to get an episode out today.
Oh yeah. Looking
But
forward to it. There's been a lot that's happened in baseball specifically.
yeah, so a lot has happened in baseball, which is probably going to be this whole podcast. But if we do get into Heisman college football, we will. But we'll kind of talk through what's happened in MLB these past couple days. The past actually week since our last podcast.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Um, but which one do you want to start out with, Keaton? There's been a ton that's happened.
How about the big elephant in the room with the Soto deal?
The big elephant in the room. I think that was a little too much money for him. I don't think anyone needs that much money.
Yeah, I think he was way overpaid. He's
But at the same time, the Mets are smart the way that they did this contract.
Are they? I don't feel like they are.
No?
They front loaded most of it. I mean, like I think he's getting paid like
Which I think is smart.
122.
I
He's
think
getting
it's
122 million next year.
I think it's smart. Pay him earlier. That way later down the road you can sign more people.
Yeah, I
Whereas
guess. Yeah,
if
no,
you
that's
if you look at it at the Otani deal, they backloaded that contract. So now
yeah, that's
they
true.
can't sign free agents later.
That's true. They deferred it bad too.
No,
So
they deferred that bad. You should
yeah,
see all the other ones.
because
But yeah, the
what the
Soto,
Soto deal
I
can reach over 800 million after all the
yes.
incentives,
Hmm.
so it can go from 51 mil to 55 mil after year 29.
Agree with that.
It's
But
not
yeah,
worth it, but
to
whatever.
me, I don't think it's worth how much money and how many years he got. I really don't think
Mm-mm,
that's going to be worth it. I mean,
no,
maybe he goes on to win 18 more MVPs with some World
he
Series
better.
MVPs, all this other stuff, but I really don't think so because the track
It's the
record of
Mets.
it's also the Mets, but the track record of players getting this much money and performing has not been great.
Again, it's the Mets. They're going to Mets it up somehow.
I get we're Braves fans and hating the Mets, but again, you got to think of this as player wise.
I'm thinking it player wise. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like that's one of the best moves, but
No, but that was the Soto deal. I think the biggest one after that was
Max
Nathan
Fried.
Eval. Oh, we can
Oh,
go
really?
back.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
no,
we can
you're right.
go.
Evaldi. I guess Evaldi was signed after.
Uh,
Evaldi was a good move. I like
according
that for
to
Texas.
my dates, it was Evaldi first. But we can talk about Freed. We can
We'll
talk
go
about
Evaldi.
how Mad Max left us. It's fine.
Yeah, I expected it. In fairness, I would not
I
have
did
given him
too.
that
I
much.
mean,
I would not have given that.
if you go back on the podcast, like the very beginning when we talked about it at the beginning of the season, we knew
Yeah,
he was going to leave, but not to the team I thought he was going to go to.
I thought he was going to Mets. I was so sure he was going to wind up a Met.
I thought he was going to go to like a California team back home, but
Yeah, I got
that's just
I got the
me.
New York part right, just the wrong team.
You did get the I think you did have the better guess. I guess if
Yeah,
we had money on this, I guess you would get somewhat of a payout.
yeah, we'll defer it anyways.
Yes, we'll defer that to a different year. Um, and then I guess after that would be Nathan Evaldi. I thought he was going to go to a new team.
I thought
I
he was
saw
too.
I thought the Braves were in on him according
Uh,
to according to news, but as a
I think it's a
Braves
good move
fan,
for Texas, though.
oh, I think it's an amazing move for Texas. They keep their ace.
Yeah, like, and it wasn't too terribly expensive either
No, no,
for a
no.
pitcher.
I think he got his pay raise plus it wasn't actually too much. Like he
Yeah,
got
no, it
his
was a
pay
good move.
raise. He felt like it was good for him at the same time that it was actually good for them as well. It wasn't like a Max Freed where they're paying you 218,000 or 218
Million.
million. Sorry.
What a steal if it's 218,000.
That would be a steal. I would wonder why Max Freed is not taking the more. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
think
just curious,
Evaldi,
what do you think of the free deal though? Like the contract wise.
I to me, I think it's fair. I think everyone would disagree with me, but like Freed has been our ace since
Hmm.
2019. I wouldn't say 2018 because that's when he came up, but
Yeah,
2019, like that year after, he's been our ace for that long. He's been our one guy. We could throw him in, and we know we're gonna win this game.
yeah.
So I
No, I
think
mean,
for
I will
the I
say,
go ahead.
like, he's had a couple of bad years the past couple of years where he
Yeah,
hasn't performed at Freed level,
right,
and
but
he's
it
missed the
wasn't
playoffs
terrible
both
level though.
years.
I
It
know,
wasn't
but
terrible level, but
it's not like a well, you know what? I won't throw any names out there to ruin collabs, but
it it wasn't like the 21 World Series kind of max
no.
that we got.
It was nothing close. But it wasn't like bottom of the list terrible. Like
No, that's true.
he's still a top I say top 15 pitcher every year if he's not
I would agree.
injured.
I mean,
This year
the
he's
contract would say otherwise.
I agree with that, but I think it fits him. I think New York, they actually have a good rotation now. What they have, Garrett
Yeah.
Cole's their ace, then Max Fried in the
Then Max
two.
Fried.
What Clark Smith would be three now.
I don't know if Clark Schmidt's there.
My my buddy Clark Smith is not there anymore. Hold on,
There was
let me do a fact
uh
check. I didn't think he was a free agent.
he's not a free agent. I don't know if he's in the rotation anymore. He might be more so like a reliever now.
Well, he started in the playoffs. That's why
Yeah. I don't know. The Yankees could have a good rotation.
they need it after the year
Yeah,
that they
they
had.
do.
I get
They
they
had a
made
good
the
year.
play. I mean, they had a good year in the
They went to the
playoffs.
World Series.
They did go to the World Series, but they had a good year in the playoffs. They kind of were rocky. In my opinion, they were
Well, no, that's
rocky.
true.
They
That is
were
true.
rocky at the beginning, and then they kind of picked up toward the end to make the
Hmm.
playoffs.
Yeah, and then they just couldn't overcome LA.
Right, which, how can with
Yeah,
that
I mean that team
budget.
was so good.
I know with the budget that they have, and they
Yeah.
can just defer everything, how can you beat a team that cheats system? And then after that, we have the
What about the
Yankees
Blue?
make.
Oh,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay, the Blue Jays acquiring Andres Gimenez. What do you think about that one?
My bad. I had to scroll down on my list here. Who did they get in exchange? They got
Spencer
Spencer.
Horwitz,
Right, but then
who
they
Cleveland
traded
immediately
Smith.
flipped.
No, they flipped both. Oh no, no, they just flipped the one.
Yeah, Cleveland immediately flipped
How do
Spencer
you think
Horwitz.
Spencer felt after that phone call? Well, Spencer, you just got traded. 10 minutes later, hello, Spencer. Oh, Spencer, you just got traded again. How are we feeling after that? What do you
You
think?
know, I mean, honestly, the Guardians got a decent little
I think
haul
they did.
from Pittsburgh. They did. I mean, yeah, from Pittsburgh they did.
I'm a big Nick. Is it Sandlin?
Yeah,
I like him as a pitcher. I think he's a
yeah,
good bullpen guy. The Braves should have went after him, but that's
yeah.
a topic for a different day. But I think the Blue Jays kind of, or not Blue Jays. The oh no, the Blue Jays won that trade. Sorry, I'm getting the
I
two
think the Blue
mixed up.
Jays got that trade, but looking at Pittsburgh got a decent deal out of it too because they got Spencer and Guardians got a bunch of prospects.
Yeah, I think the Guardians are going for a rebuild right now. Even though they
They shouldn't
just
go for
made,
rebuild.
even though they just made the playoffs, they're like, let's hit the rebuild market.
In complete fairness, Andres Gimenez what hasn't been the same ever since that big contract they gave him.
Yeah, they probably just want to get off the money
Yeah,
because who's in? Hold on, is there? Oh, I see. Bregman's on the board. Bregman could move back to second base.
Bregman's not going to Cleveland.
He's not going to Cleveland. I'm just talking out loud. Like Bregman could move to second base if needed.
Yeah,
If they go in on him. Who else is a free agent that could play there? There's probably a ton. I there's none off the top of my head,
yeah, that's what I'm trying to think
um,
too. I'm like,
but Bregman is the big one. I don't know if they're going for him, but like something like that where they're dumping money, or
yeah. No,
I
you're
guess
right. It would be dumping
yeah,
money
dumping
to
money a different team.
add money.
Yes. Uh, but yeah, I think that was kind of even. I don't
Yeah,
think it's kind of like a, oh, someone won it. I think it was pretty much even because
yeah,
for Cleveland, it gets him off the contract
hmm
for both
yeah.
players, and then for the Blue Jays, they're like, we gained a second baseman that they probably needed.
They need a second baseman. They need a second baseman.
The next one that I see that was a pretty big one, in my opinion. There were two big ones. You have Boston, and
Yeah,
then the Yankees made a trade. Do you want to
they
stay
did. I
on which
was.
one? Which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's go Boston. That was a big
Okay,
one.
Boston. That was Garrett Crochet for
And in exchange, the White
Gonzalez,
Sox.
Teal, Montgomery, and Mirdorf.
Yeah,
How
it
do
was a
how
big
do we
trade.
feel? That
Like
that was a
first,
huge trade.
so I made a prediction early on in one of the podcasts that the Braves would go get Garrett Crochet.
And they
Oh, I was
said they
wrong.
were top of the teams.
Yeah, personally, like for what Boston gave up, I don't feel like that's that much because they didn't give up
No,
a
I
top 10.
really don't think like okay, in complete fairness, I'm gonna play bias here, but I'm looking at all these players they give up.
Hmm
Braves have a pretty good starter. They have the number one catcher prospect.
Yeah,
Outfielders were kind of lacking after these few years. We've
yeah,
traded some outfielders, but I think that's the only thing I see. Like we have the infielding prospects. We have uh coincidentally the pitching prospect, and we
yeah.
have the
Like,
number one catching prospect in the MLB.
well, I mean, I would have kept him now. I'm not getting rid of him.
No,
But
no, no.
like
I think that would have been too much. Maybe
Boston,
if it was
Boston never
Drake,
gave up anything outside of the top 10,
right.
inside of the
So
top 10.
if it was Drake Baldwin, I would have thrown a one for one. I wouldn't have done a full deal like
I
this.
I would not have done it for Drake Baldwin now. I would have given him some pitchers, but I'm keeping Jake Baldwin.
Just as capital later.
Well, no, I mean we got rid of Travis Darnell. I feel
Oh,
like
you did get rid of Travis, so I
I
could
feel
see
like
Drake making his debut
yeah,
probably.
that's kind of what I'm wondering if he's going to be coming up soon. Like I don't know because there was rumors that I heard that White Sox were asking for Ozzy Albies too from the Braves. In which case, there was no way I would have done that now.
No, you're gonna lose a fan base if you do
Yeah,
that.
you don't do that over a pitcher.
No, that
And
I think that's probably why. I mean, the Braves probably felt insulted, and then they said, "Ah, we don't want him anymore."
like, there's only one other. Like, okay, do you think Garrett Crochet would be a head case? Because earlier at the trade deadline, he said
Yes, I forgot we
he,
talked about this
yeah,
at the
he said
deadline.
he would not play for a team unless he gets a contract extension, which was the dumbest thing ever. He might have a World Series by now.
That is the dumbest thing a player can say. That literally
Yeah,
loses your chances.
yeah, like so,
Talk to them after you get. Hold on. Talk to them after you get traded, not
yeah.
before.
There's a chance he might have won a World Series by now with the Dodgers. Very high
I could
chance he
see
probably
that.
would
I
have
could
wound
see
up
that.
on Dodgers.
Yeah. I think he went to a good team.
I think he did too.
One of the things that I saw that was going around was the last time the White Sox traded to Boston, a left-handed pitcher
Was the
was
Chris Sale move.
was Chris Sale, and you see how that
Boston,
ended up.
Boston knows what they're doing. They can get a
Yes, they
pitcher
do.
for a decent time.
The White Sox don't know what they're doing.
No, they don't.
Um,
It's okay. They tried.
that's what I mean. That trade, we all know who won that trade. Uh,
Yeah.
the White Sox, or the sorry,
The White Sox,
the
hang on.
the Red Sox. And then we moved to the Yankees. Actually, made a good trade with the
That was a big
Brewers.
move. Didn't see that one coming.
I think that's perfect since they
There's part
don't
of me kind of
have.
upset. Like,
Explain.
um, one, I'm not a huge fan of the Yankees, so it's always kind of hard for me to root for them. But
Right, right.
I will say, like, the Yankees got a good pitcher, and it was a good trade in
And
general.
they didn't even have to give up much.
No, they gave up Nestor Cortez, who gave up the grand slam to Freddie Freeman. So,
And they
you
probably
know,
he probably knew as soon as he
yeah,
gave that up. I'm gone.
yeah,
He probably started
Milwaukee,
packing
here
his
I
bags.
come. Yeah,
He probably packed his bags later that night. He's
I'm sure
like,
Yankees. Yankees fans are probably kind of happy right now about that move, getting rid of
They
Nestor
probably are.
Cortez.
Um, but I think he fits in Milwaukee.
I
I
think he
think
does
what's
too.
going to be kind of weird is, Devin Williams grew out, the beard,
That's what
and
I don't
and
like about it.
and he's going to look so weird.
I've
But
seen him with.
again, we'll see.
We've seen it like there's photos of him going around without the beard now. He looks so weird.
Yes, he
He
does,
just
but he's still one of the best relief pitchers in the game.
100% agreed.
I think
I just don't
he's
like the Yankees facial hair policy.
I agree with that, but it's also like tradition though. Like they've been
Yeah, I
doing
know.
that since they opened. So, I think they kind of won that trade. Another big one, and I think you know where I'm going with this. I think
This was a complete shock. I did not see
Dansby
them.
got his new teammate. I'm happy for my guy Dansby out there in Chicago. Hopefully, we can get him on the podcast soon. But Dansby
Yeah,
got his teammate. All right, he's
Kyle
got Ian
Tucker.
Happ. He got Ian Happ. Right. He's got Cody Bellinger that might actually
My,
leave, and that might be a heartbreaker. But we got our Kyle. We he got Kyle Tucker.
well, I don't know. Do you think Kyle Tucker? I mean, not Kyle Tucker. Do you think Cody Bellinger can move to first base?
I think he came up as first base.
Yeah. So if you can move him to first base and then put
Seiya in the outfield.
Kyle Tucker in the outfield with Seiya Suzuki, and then you got Pete Crow Armstrong.
I'm hearing a playoff team.
It's not a bad looking team, honestly, on
No,
paper.
it's not. I'm happy because
Now,
Dansby gets a teammate.
I
The
want
Astros got a pretty good prospect in Cam Smith. One of
to.
one of the best swings coming out of college, in my opinion. And then you get Hayden Weneski and Isaac
Glad you pronounced
Paredes.
that.
Well, because I didn't want to mess that up. I probably did anyway, but it was worth
All
a
right.
shot.
So I want to hear what do you think about the Isaac Paredes move? Do you think that means they've moved on from Bregman?
Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I
I mean,
really don't. I think
Isaac
it implies it, but maybe
Isaac
it
can at
doesn't.
least play multiple positions
He can
if
play the
needed.
whole infield. Like he can
Yeah.
play the whole infield, and then if he needed to DH, he could definitely
hmm
DH. But
So
he's a first third baseman,
you could move him to first and bring back Alex Bregman.
and Cam Smith is almost ready anyway.
Yeah.
Like Cam
So
Smith is in AAA, I believe. Last time I checked, so so basically they traded for two third basemen.
mhm.
So I do agree. Maybe that's implying that
It
they
sounds to
might
me
be
like
moving on.
I mean Alex Bregman did reject the offer from the Astros.
The qualifying, right? If
No,
I'm
he
not wrong.
Astros gave him like a 5 year 156 or a 6 year 156, and he rejected it.
What does he want? I didn't see
200.
that, but he wants 200.
Yeah.
What do you
And
think?
then
You think he deserves the 200?
no, but the only thing that can make it worth it is the fact that he is a two-time World Series champ. So he's bringing
He
a lot of
is.
experience there.
I I think he's pretty good. Like when he's like locked in, like the term, like
Yeah.
when he's playing, he's good. Like he's top 10 third baseman in the game. But it's like when you have a year like he did this year,
Yeah,
it was iffy.
to me the thing is he's like his age is starting to catch up to him now.
I agree. I agree.
And like he isn't the same guy he was in 2017 when the Astros won their first World Series.
No, 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 no. That this is a different Alex Bregman. This is
Yeah, this
this is
is
an Alex Bregman from a different dimension, if you want to put it this
mm,
way.
yeah.
He came over, they switched. He's trying to find himself again.
I think the Astros are going to make a signing for first base. I think it's either going to be
Yep, and
Christian
then they're
Walker
gonna
or
put
Pete Alonso.
yep, and then they're gonna put Paredes at third,
hmm
and
I,
that might not be terrible for them though. Like
no, I
Isaac
don't think
Paredes is not gonna put up Bregman numbers, but
no, but
again,
like, well, he could. He's
he
younger.
could.
Like,
He
and
is
like,
younger, and
put him in
as I
the
say,
Ast.
Cam Smith is almost ready.
Yeah. So like,
Like, did you see the Cam Smith numbers from last year?
I did not know.
I think he was hitting 300 with 20 plus home runs, if I'm not wrong.
Oh man, call him up. he's
Exactly.
he's in the
So
wrong division.
he's almost ready.
Yeah.
So I could see them kind of fast progressing him
Yeah, I could see that
through.
too.
Um,
I
and
I still think
then
the Astros are going to make a move for either Pete Alonso or Christian Walker. I don't
I
know which
agree.
one.
I totally
I
agree. I think more the Pete Alonso.
I could see that. He would be good, but I've heard that Mets are very strong in on Pete Alonso.
It doesn't matter. It to me. It's up to the player at this point.
Yeah.
Because even if he got two of the exact same offers,
What team do you want to go to?
exactly. Do you want to go
Yeah.
back to New York or do you want to go to a different team? Now,
Yeah.
with that Juan Soto move, that might be, you know,
Yeah,
bad
no,
blood there. That might
that
be
one
bad I forget the term.
no, I know what you mean.
Uh yeah.
But
Like I
like
guess it's bad blood between the Mets and him now. Because now they're saying, "Oh, Pete Alonso, you're not the face anymore. We have a new
I
face."
think Pete Alonso wasn't the face when Lindor came in.
Yeah, but then
Then
okay,
Lindor kind of sucked.
sorry.
I'm not gonna lie.
He did. But again, like Pete Alonso's kind of to me the like when I think of the Mets, I think of Pete Alonso over
Yeah, that's
Lindor.
true. That's true.
But I don't know. Well, if we do get a Mets player, a Mets fan on here, we'll have to ask them what they
Oh yeah,
think.
we should. Who
That
is
can
the
be a
face of your
question.
franchise? It's Soto
Um,
now, 100% Soto.
another halfway big one was Tampa made a move.
I think that's a big one. I don't think that's a halfway big one. They lost out on one of their big pitchers.
Yeah, plus they got a first round draft pick out of it.
Yeah,
They got it.
I gotta give.
I know it's a competitive balance pick, but it's still a first round draft pick.
The Athletics made some good moves as of
Yes,
right
they
now.
did. Luis Severino. That was a weird one, but
That was a shocker. But then they went out and get Jeffrey
I don't
Springs.
know
It's
where
like,
they got the money from. I don't know where they went and robbed a bank or
yeah, I
you
don't
know.
know. They probably took out a loan again.
Oh,
Probably
they went to
deferring
the
like,
Dodgers. They went to the
probably
Dodgers or the
yeah,
Mets. Asked for some money.
probably deferring 67 mil to like 20 years down the line when they might get the money. But
Probably. But to me, I think it was a good move. Athletics are trying to win a World Series or at
I
least
like.
make the playoffs.
Well,
They're trying to make
Athletics are just trying to be
playoffs.
a little bit better.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to make playoffs at this point.
I like what they're doing. I think what they've done this offseason has been really good, honestly.
Yeah, they're not making big moves, but they're making role moves.
Yeah, they're making good enough moves to where they should be a somewhat competitive team.
And then Boston, I believe, yeah, Boston just made another trade today that was kind of small. It was a one for one.
Yeah, with
It
the
wasn't
Pirates.
it wasn't too big. I mean,
No,
They traded Valdez, who, eh, he was okay
yeah,
at this point.
Emmanuel Valdez for Joe Bogotsky
Why'd you say the name like that?
because we're hoping it's correct.
I think that was kind of just a roll move.
Yeah,
What the Pirates need an infielder, Boston need a pitcher. You know, you call them up and you're like, "What can you give me?"
yeah, and then okay, one more move that I want to talk about baseball wise.
Okay.
What the Braves finally made a move today.
Yes, they did. Let me hold on. I want to just check this so we can.
Uh,
The last time the Braves made a move was oh, hold on. Let me keep scrolling. November 30th, if I'm not wrong.
Yikes, that's rough.
Yeah, November 30th, we signed Connor Gillespie. And then nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Brian De La Cruz to 1 day, 1 year contract.
But it's not even guaranteed.
No, it's not even guaranteed. Which see, this is the Braves. We're panicking.
I don't think we're panic. Like
I love Double A, but he's panicking. Like
I don't think he's panicking. I just don't think this is a good move. Like, and I know this is probably just more of a depth kind of move, but
I think it's a bench move. Like
yeah,
it's not gonna like okay, so who's our outfield gonna be? Ronald once he comes back.
Harris
Yes.
and then Kellenic, I would think.
We'll bench him another year.
Probably so, honestly.
For what
I'm
reason? For what reason we trade for a good outfielder and we just bench him the whole season?
I'm kind of hoping we go get Teoscar Hernandez. I don't think we will after going and getting De La Cruz, but
I don't think so either. Um, I really don't think that's even in the ballpark.
no, I don't think so either.
Like
It'd
that's
be
not
nice
even.
though.
It would be nice. Maybe I'll call Double A for you and tell them
Okay,
to
yeah,
go
thank you.
after Oscar. But I really don't think that's going to be able to. One team. Let's see who else is on the free agent market.
Ooh, this is interesting. This came out today. I don't know if you saw. The Astros are a serious suitor for Nolan Arenado.
I saw that a little bit. Yes, I saw that
That'd be
today.
interesting.
Yeah, I know Nolan's gonna leave, because the Cardinals don't want to pay that contract anymore.
No, I think Nolan wants a win.
Also, Nolan wants a win, so like it's a win-win for both teams. The
Go to
one
the
team
Dodgers.
gets
You have
off
your best shot right there.
one team gets off the contract, and then the other team gets a good player.
I think the Dodgers are probably going to wind up with Arenado.
Yeah, probably. It's a given. It's like
Yeah,
with these free agents, it's like, oh, good job, Dodgers. Just
yeah. And then
just build your team.
Mets are showing interest in Alex Bregman. What do we think about that one?
It just makes the Braves' life harder, but it also makes the NL East one of the best divisions in baseball, which is
It
great.
was already one of the best in the National League, anyways. I think.
I agree. I don't think anyone
Mm,
touches this league beside if I had maybe NL West, just because you have the Dodgers, and the
Padres,
Dodgers.
Giants. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean maybe.
my mind wasn't working on teams. That's why I said that three times, but it's
Quite
fine.
frankly, I think the AL East might be the toughest in the AL too.
Well, like, okay, free agent wise, that this is I don't know how. Okay, so this is pretty updated. Like, there's still good players on the board still. Like first
Yeah,
base, you have Walker, Alonso, Santana, Goldschmidt. I could throw Rizzo in that category just as like a backup.
oh, I could see him
Second,
going to Houston.
I could see him going. Oh, that would be not bad. Second base, you got Lopez, Merrifield, Polanco, Drury. So,
Yeah,
I mean, there's still,
there's good players out.
yeah, like, okay, can I see outfielders? Okay, thank you. Um, I'm looking to see, like, I mean, outfielders, like, there's halfway decent outfielders. I'm not going to say I mean, there's two good ones that stand out to me at this moment, outfielder wise, which is Santander and Hernandez.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree
So,
with that.
those are the only two big ones. But I've seen Santander rumored at the Astros. That would be a great move for them.
I've heard
And then,
Yankees.
or Yankees. And then DH. There's not bad DHs. You got my guy Vogelbach. You mean the goat DH? He's 32 years old, -1 WAR. You know he's the best player on the board. And then starter wise, I mean you have Morton's a free agent. Didn't know that.
Yeah, Morton is a free agent.
Yeah, yeah. How do we Braves fan? How do we think about that? Not re-signing him yet?
I like Morton. I do. He's not worth 20 million as much as I,
No, he's not worth 20 million.
but I like
And then
Morton a lot, and I want him to retire.
Roki
He'll probably
Sasaki
wind up a
just
Dodger.
got
To be
posted, and then
totally honest.
that other outfielder got posted, or that other infielder. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Korean one.
Uh, yes, the Korean one. But hold on, let me see if I can find his name real quick. I'm
I know
looking
who
at
you're
my.
talking about.
Oh, it's that's Ha Kim. That's the wrong guy. Hold on. Oh my goodness. If you said his name, I would know who it is. But yeah, I forgot his. Oh no, that is the dude. Hey Sung Kim, not Hi Sung Kim. It's gonna be very confusing with those two. But it's Hye Sung Kim rather than Ha Sung Kim. You know, they get very creative
Yeah,
with the names. So we'll see how that works. I mean, he's 26, so he's a lot older. But
yeah,
again, he's also really good. So we'll see where that goes. But I think he's gonna go to a big market team as
Yeah,
always. So
probably. It wouldn't
we'll
surprise me.
we'll see where that goes. That's pretty much all the baseball big moves that I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, it was good moves.
Um,
Good week for baseball.
yeah. And then we can like quickly go through college football. There hasn't been much.
I was gonna say other
Um,
than Travis Hunter winning Heisman, but
Heisman, I think that's the
we all kind of
biggest
saw that one coming, honestly.
because what we still got another week till bowl games anyway. So
Yeah,
yeah, Travis Hunter. I think to me, I wanted Genty to win it, but again,
we kind of saw it coming.
we saw it coming with Hunter. But that's pretty much all I have. Do you have anything else for the
No,
people?
that's all I got. It was a fun week for
Alrighty,
baseball fans.
agreed. Like we went the last time we just did me and you. There wasn't too much,
No, and then the
but
winter
but
meetings happened.
yep, winter meetings happen. A lot of talking and on the phones with that. But that's pretty much all we have for y'all. We'll kind of end it right here. Um, I'll switch it up today. I'll do the Bible verse, and then you close
Okay.
us out.
No, you close this out. You said last time you were closing it out.
Okay, fine. All right, let me.
I have the Bible verse ready if you want.
All right, you go ahead and do that, and then I'll close us out, and then whenever we do our next one, which should be next week, hopefully.
Mhm.
I'll have you close it out. We'll just
Okay.
switch it up every
And
time.
you find the
Go ahead.
Bible verse?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll have one. I'll have one right here on the
Okay.
watch. Go ahead.
All right. So today's Bible verse is Jeremiah 23:5. The days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will raise up for David a righteous branch, a king who will reign wisely and do what is just and right in the land.
That's a good one. I we've had better ones in the
Eh,
past, but that was a good one.
that's a good one.
Everything in the Bible is good, but
There you go. Yeah, good bounce back, Taylor.
good bounce back. No, everything in the Bible is good. It's God's word, but there's certain verses that are better than others. I think Paul and Peter would agree with me.
Well, I'm so sorry that I chose a bad verse today. I didn't
Oh no,
realize.
it's not that bad. I think the people that watch this show will enjoy it. But I'll go ahead and close this out. Um, dear God, thank you again for letting me and Keaton be able to film this and be able to talk some sports and bring you into talking sports, which is always a good thing, and keep us focused as we go on with this podcast. And anyone watching, just kind of keep a covering over them. And amen.
Amen.
Alrighty.
That was
See
a good
y'all later.
podcast.
Yes.
See
See
you
y'all
guys next
later.
week.